Baby boomer retirement bomb. Let's talk about it. And this further solidifies why I am anti Dave Ramsey. By term, invest the difference, and you'll be able to self-insure and take care of yourself in retirement. But let's get into it. I'm about to read this article, so I will be looking down. Bear with me. I'm not reading the whole article, just some key points that I found. But as you can see, it's scrolling through the screen. Fewer than half of all boomers have saved enough for retirement. Their kids are going to pay the price. I am a kid of a boomer. Are you the kid of a boomer? The growing retiree population is creating a financial burden that America has not prepared to manage. The lost productivity and higher tax rates will create a drag on the economy that will be difficult for working age folks to overcome. According to Census Bureau data, 44% of boomers are at retirement age, and millions more are soon to join them. Despite holding more than half of the nation's wealth, many boomers don't have enough money to cover the cost of long-term care. To finish watching this video, head on over to my TikTok. My TikTok information is on the screen. And 43% of 55 to 64-year-olds had no retirement savings at all. I really wonder how many of them bought into the whole notion of buy term, invest the difference, and now they're probably not even insurable and don't even have enough money to pay for life insurance. So now the burden of not only taking care of them in life, but covering their death is going to be on their children and grandchildren. Back to this article. That year, 30% of people over 65 were economically insecure, meaning they made less than $27,180 for a single person. And since younger boomers are less financially prepared for retirement than their older boomer siblings, the problem is bound to get worse. And younger boomers are experiencing a high level of homelessness. Google it, read the articles. Back to this article. The system has failed in thinking from a long-term perspective. Buy term, invest the difference is not a true long-term perspective strategy. Okay? That was my input. Anyway, Rita Chula, the senior director at the AARP Public Policy Institute, told me, and that failure is falling on the shoulders of young people. Average net worths can get inflated when there's a lot of wealth held by a few people. A more accurate indication is median net worth, which prevents the ultra rich from skewing the picture. In the Fed survey, half of Americans aged 65 to 74 said they had less than $410,000 to supplement Social Security and fund their retirement account for that age group. Fund their retirement, much of which might be tied up in real estate. So it's not even all liquid. They would have to sell their homes or do equity or do like a reverse mortgage to be able to see that money. The median retirement account for that age group has only $200,000, meaning that half of 65 to 74-year-olds have even less saved up. Given these numbers, it's clear that a significant portion of boomers are not set up for their final years. In fact, the National Council on Aging estimated that 17 million people over 65 are considered economically insecure. The median income of people 75 and older is $49,000, which includes an average Social Security benefit of $21,162 a year. Someone who owns their house outright, which is true for 81% of people older than 75, could enjoy a comfortable life on this income. But if they live in a more expensive area or begin to need outside help with daily activities, that income can become insufficient in a hurry. And that's just for people in the middle of the wealth distribution. Even the best laid retirement plans often go awry as people age. I recently wrote about my husband's grandmother who eventually needed to be in a nursing home when she got older. The care was essential to giving her a good life, but it ate up the $250,000 nest egg she had built up. Her experience isn't unique. The median national cost of home maker services is $163 a day, and the median cost of semi-private rooms at a nursing home is $94,900 a year. The Jen Worth Long-Term Care Survey found neither of these costs are covered by Medicare. And when money is taken out of savings to pay for care, the income generated by that stash grows progressively smaller. The rising cost of care and the precarity of many older folks' finances have pushed baby boomers to work longer, put off getting care, or move to a Medicaid-funded nursing home at a younger age than they had wanted. Instead of a final act that allows them to enjoy life, many boomers are facing a tough road ahead, and their younger family members will be forced to carry the burden. In a 2021 Pew survey, 23% of Americans said they had both a parent over 65 and a child they were supporting. A 2019 survey by AARP and National Alliance for Caregiving found that 15% of caregivers said they reduced their own work hours in the past 12 months. 14% said they took a leave of absence, and 11% said they either quit or retired early. That lost income has a downstream effect, Shula said, that these caregivers spent an average of $7,200 each year out of their own pockets to support their relatives. And as more people retire, the problem is going to get worse. We're talking about individuals who are not putting money into their retirement, or they're not putting money into their children's education, she said. That can have long-term generational impacts on wealth, particularly when we look at communities of color. Right now, the U.S. has about 15,000 long-term care facilities, and analysts at seniorliving.org estimate that the number needs to grow by 20% in the next 6 years, but nursing home availability is trending in the opposite direction. So the haves are getting more facilities. The have-nots are losing facilities. Back to the article. But nursing home availability is trending in the opposite direction. Since 2020, 579 nursing homes have shut down, resulting in more than 45,000 fewer nursing home beds than before the pandemic, the American Healthcare Association found. As demand has increased, more than half of nursing homes have said they have had to turn people away, the organization found. That's in Let me slow down. This article is from Business Insider. It was published yesterday. You see it scrolling on the screen, but you could go ahead and find the link. So this further goes to why I am totally against, specifically in Black and brown communities, against buy term invest the difference. This graph right here that just pops up shows the wealth gap. The wealth gap is still increasing. Blacks are at the bottom, Hispanics are above them, and the whites are at the top. So although our wealth has increased, the wealth gap has increased as well. What are some solutions? Some solutions are to start a home-based business. Go back and watch my video from a couple of days ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. The author says you would be brain dead not to have a home-based business. And yes, there is an opportunity to potentially partner with me in business to show people how to make, save, and protect their money, create generational wealth, utilizing proper retirement planning, college planning, life insurance, debt management, and mortgage protection. Also creating an additional income stream to help combat issues like this later on in life. The mission and the goal is clear. Not only to make money, but to save and protect that money and show others how to do the same. I need people in the Black community, in the brown community, in all communities that are interested in helping those that are marginalized or in lower incomes partner with me in this mission to help break this generational curse that seems to be in place. The more people we can say I need more soldiers in the army to help me save more people from what we just discussed in this article. So like, share, comment, follow, contact me. Let's connect today.